Hey folks, this is Jake Davis on the Fly Review for you. No, you don't have to turn it down because this movie is not worth it. Today I'm talking about Hellboy, the Crooked Man, released earlier this year, directed by Brian Taylor, who is one half of the directors of the Crank movies. This is maybe the worst film I've ever seen in my life. It's really interesting, kind of fascinating illusion of time dilation. This movie is supposedly only about 100 minutes long, but I swear to God, it took up my whole goddamn day. Deep, seeping hatred I had for this movie. I even walked with this kind of movie like, oh, how bad could it be? It's like, oh my God, it's bad. It's like really bad. I'd like to give you an example. Something I've always really hated about movies is this perpetual bigotry towards the American South. As if, racist folks only exist here. I've traveled, I've been up north, and shockingly, they have racists too. Who would have known? There's ignorant assholes all over the world. Who would have thunk it? But anyhow, there's literally a scene in this movie where they're in the South, and two individuals walk up to this farmhouse. One is Hellboy, and one is a young Asian woman. And Hellboy, horns, goat's feet, tail, red skin, stone hand. And the reaction of the Southerners is, who's this here Asian? Oh, this movie pissed me off. And it's just like, and then, there's like nothing to the story. Hellboy doesn't even it's like about 15 minutes into the movie till the script realizes, that's right, this is supposed to be about Hellboy. And I get it, I've read Mike Mignola's comics, I understand this is trying to be a little bit more faithful to the kind of Hellboy stories he wrote and he told. I think he even had a bit of a hand in this film. But it doesn't help the fact that this is utter trash. This is a piece of crap. Guillermo del Toro's 2004 film is a bit of a little celebrated gem of a masterpiece. It's not really talked about a lot, but it's really just kind of great movie. You should check it out. Now, if this movie would have come out 20 years before that, the lack of quality in visual effects and makeup and photography could have been a little bit more ignored, but this was 20 years after the really, really good Oscar-nominated Hellboy movie. And it's just, what in the hell? It forces me put in a situation where I now have to apologize to movies like Elevation and Joker 2, Borderlands, Madam Web, Argyle, Tarot, and The Strangers, Chapter 1. Y'all are all of you are superior movies to this movie, because at least you felt like you were a movie. This film felt like a fever dream. I felt like I was watching a bad fan film. I've seen fan films that were better than this. There's like this series of videos called what's it called? Gotham 1919 to 1939, something like that. Some brilliant Batman stuff there. Completely unauthorized stuff here, but it's like greatness floating around out there, man. This movie is the opposite of greatness. My daughter dropped a more artistic shit in the toilet earlier today than this is an actual film. Fuck this movie. This movie can suck my sweet ditzy dick. Yeah, turkey. You know what? The turkey deserves better. Nothing this film. Christ, where the hell is playing? I'll catch you on the fly.